Yeah, that was perfect. Yep. Yeah, I remember that 1800 call too. It was like everyone, with all the perma bills were going bearish, bearish, bearish. Um, but yeah, it was a funny thing, eh? Because this thing was going sideways downish for 2 months, and structurally, if you look at the fundamentals on chain, it was really a long-running accumulation bottom. Yet sometimes it doesn't happen very often, but sometimes price doesn't reflect what's fundamentally happening. So, um, like it just went grinding down. So everyone was fooled by price action. I remember Peter Brandt he was quite bearish too, and he master technical trader for decades, and he said in one tweet, this is going to be a real test between on chain, which is kind of new, and technical analysis, because all the technicals were horrible. I looked at the technicals and they looked, just from the price action, it was like scary. But yeah, it was very much an accumulation. We've had 2 months of flows moving, not only off the exchange, you could see it, but not as strong. More that the coins were moving to long-term investors, and they were mopping it up. And we had just, mega, mega amounts of little guys by the gazillions. A very unprecedented number of small people stacking, and I think they were the ones that were registering as long-term holders, because when people come in and buy and they don't register a sell or coins leaving their wallet, they're immediately considered what Glassnode calls a liquid, essentially a buyer, and the history is just of buying. So we saw a lot of the stacking, and I've got some new charts actually that I'll probably publish a little bit later, showing just these little guys stacking, and they really tell a story of the bull market. So yeah, structurally we've been in a bull market all along, even though price has been so far down. And I was like, this is one of the few circumstances where the market is not only wrong, but ridiculously wrong. Like the price really, the fundamentals right now are no different from when we were in 50, 60,000. So the price has been, I think, just artificially forced down by bearish traders. And like when we had that massive plummet on the Elon Musk and the China FUD, a lot of coins that were being sold off by whales ended up on exchanges. So yeah, I read that as the speculation kind of players, the speculative coins, um, went up. So traders had a lot of ammo. They had a lot of those coins. They immediately absorbed it because they ended up on exchanges, and it's been 2 months of them selling down, and those coins being mopped up. And last week saw the end of that. So no more coins. Well, the supply is running short on the exchanges, so price squeezed. And interestingly, it climbed to something like the mid 30s. It climbed about $5,000 before we actually got the squeeze. It looked like a squeeze, but it wasn't until I can't remember the exact. I don't have the number right in front of me, but it rocketed